Hi everyone, I'm Claire Batkin from Your OT Tutor. Recently, I've had some company directors reach out to me because they're looking at putting together their own team of occupational therapists and they want to make sure that they're giving the right level of support and supervision. But they're like, where do we even start? So, one helpful document that you might want to look into is the Professional Supervision Framework that was put out by Occupational Therapy Australia in 2019. So this document could be helpful if you're an OT manager that's looking to support your team of OTs, or even if you're an OT looking to advocate for yourself to access appropriate supervision levels in your workplace. So let's get started. So where do you actually find the document? I find the easiest place to find it is to just do a Google search for Occupational Therapy Supervision Framework, and it'll come up as this first option here, the Professional Supervision Framework 2019. When you click on that, it'll bring up this document, which looks like this. I'll zoom in so you can have a closer look. So some of the key parts I'd like to point out, lots of information, but on page 6, it does give you some links to some other documents. In particular, the Super Guide, which is this first one up here, gives you lots of really practical tips for enabling really quality supervision in your workplace. Another really helpful part of this is on page 13. So one helpful part is the effective professional supervision enablers. So this talks about really helpful strategies for good supervision, including making sure that you have training for supervision available for your staff members, that you make sure you have some really good record keeping for the supervision sessions that you run, that you ensure there's a reflective approach built into the supervision processes. And a really important one as well is ad hoc supervision. So if you don't actually have senior OTs on the ground day to day, this is something that can be forgotten about for those new grads that might need a bit of extra support. So make sure you have some sort of built-in system for ad hoc supervision for your staff as well. Another helpful part of this document is the supervision parameters on page 27, which tells you how frequently and how long should supervision sessions go for. So there's lots of information. And this box down the bottom here gives you a good summary. So what they suggest is that if you're having formal supervision sessions, ideally they need to be at least an hour in length to get the most value out of them. If you've got junior therapists, so those with 2 years or less, particularly all those new grads out there, they require more frequent supervision. So a minimum of fortnightly supervision, and you'll find that many new grads, particularly those in complex NDIS type caseloads, will need weekly formal supervision. But even if you've got senior OTs working for you with many years of experience, they still need supervision. And the recommendation is a minimum of at least monthly supervision of that 1 hour formal supervision for full-time staff members. And then the last point I'll point out is way down in the appendices. So Appendix 1 is a supervision agreement template. So it tells you what sort of things you should be including in a formal supervision agreement document. And then Appendix 2 is a template for recording your individual supervision sessions, and it is important that all supervision sessions are recorded. It could be the supervisee's responsibility or it could be something completed by the supervisor, but make sure there is a record. If you're interested in some more resources for occupational therapy supervision, then do reach out or check out the Your OT Tutor website. There's a few downloads there that may be of interest, and I'll make sure I keep adding to the collection. Thanks for watching.